Hello, welcome to a new vlogging week. I am being so productive this weekend and I just had to jump on to show you just how productive I am being. I am on a mission. This week is all gonna be about finishing my current crochet whips. I don't know whether you follow me on my socials, but over on TikTok, I asked you all a question on how many whips you had in your stash that were yet to be finished. And the response was huge. So many people have 15, 20, 30. Some people have absolutely no idea because they have just got that many. Some are super strict on themselves and only have a couple and will not start something until they finish the existing whip, which is so sensible. I don't fall within that category, as many of you will know from my previous vlogs and my what is on my hook videos, but I'm gonna try and change that. I want to work through my existing whips, finish them up before I move on to start something new. I can't make any promises, but this week is going to be all about finishing up those projects that have just been lingering in the background so I can have a fresh slate and start some new exciting projects. So we will jump straight in. I'm going to show you one that I've already finished. I'm going to give you an update on one that is very nearly completed. And I'm going to also share with you a pattern test that I'm currently working on that has got to be completed within the next couple of days for the pattern designer. So that is going to be the gist of this week's vlog, is join me as I am on a mission to finish my existing whips. If you are new to my channel, my name is Amy, and on this page we talk all things crochet, from crochet tutorials, tips, tricks, yarn hauls, and absolutely everything in between. If you are not new and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking and joining me for another video. If you have caught up on last week's vlog, you will see that I completed my Infinity Granny Square baby blanket. So that is a tick. That was one whip I had lingering. And that's done, that's been blocked, that's been packed away now for my market fair in September. Then this weekend, I completed my granny tote bag. This is the bag. It is so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I've put the handles on, I've done the bordering, and it is complete. I've weaved in all the ends, and it's good to go. This is the first Granny Square tote bag I have made, and this one was meant to be for my craft fair, but I love it way too much to let this go. I never expected to love the colour combo quite as much as I do. I just think it looks so gorgeous together with the greens and the blues with that cream background. So this one's going to stay firmly within my possession. I'm not giving this one up. I'm keeping this one, but I have got a few more on the go, as you will already know from my previous videos. The last time you would have seen this bag, it would have just been the squares. So again, I've been really productive with this bag as well this weekend. What I have done is I needed to do another 3 squares, I think I needed. So I finished those up. These are the colours. Just gives me complete and utter autumn vibes, which is going to be perfect for the time of year that I'm going to be doing my fair in the end of September. So all I'm doing is I've joined all these squares now, and I'm just working on the border around the edges and then the handles. This will probably take me no more than an hour to get completed. So that's the first thing on my list today, is to get this done and dusted. Then we are going to be moving on to the pattern test that I am doing. Again, very nearly finished. I've got the squares currently blocking as we speak, and I've got a couple more I just need to finish. Got 11 squares blocking. One more I believe that I need to do, and then I can start putting it together and then doing the handles, and it will be completed. I do only have a couple of days to do this, so this needs to be a priority. So once I have finished my autumn bag, as I am calling it, I'm going to move on and do this pattern test. So join me as I continue crocheting and finishing up all these whips that I have. Okay, so I have made really good progress with the bag. You can see I've done all of these bits now. I've got one more row of the handles to do, and then I can start working on this bit. But I have just run out of yarn. Rather than going and getting some more from my craft room, I'm going to make a start on this pattern test. I need to start putting these squares together, finishing up the last couple of squares, so we can get that sorted and photographed, sent back to the designer as soon as possible. So I'm going to start working on that now. Just casually going to sit on the floor. So I have laid out all the squares. I've done 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 that I need to finish, and then I need to do one more. So I'm just going to start joining the ones I can, to give myself a bit of a break from making the squares, and then I'll go back and finish the next 2 squares that I need to do, and then we can start working on the line outing of the bag. So I got quite a bit of the pattern test bag done yesterday. So to give you a little update, this is where we are at. So straps will come out here. I just need to finish the 2 squares. One will go here and one will go here. I've joined all of this up. So I'm just literally working on the final square now. The other one is blocking. So that will be all the squares completed and put together. And then I just need to form the bag and work on the straps, and then it's done. Hopefully that will get sorted today. I can get photos taken and sent back to the pattern designer this evening, if not tomorrow, depending on what the weather's going to do, because I want to get some nice photos for her, and then I can carry on and complete the bag, which will be very nearly finished, and then that will be my second project completed from this weekend, and then I can move on. And I think my next project is going to be, so do you remember I did this front panel for my cushion? I'm going to finish and work on the back panel, will be my next thing I believe I'm going to do. So I will keep you updated. I've got work today, so crocheting will be a bit ad hoc, but I will update you hopefully with a completed bag when it is finished. I've finished the pattern test. I just need to weave in all my ends and give it a little bit of a block overnight, and then I can take some photos. But it's so cute. I will put all the details in below of the pattern designer should you want to grab a copy of this pattern once it has been released. But yeah, super happy with it. It's really cute. Daisy tote bag, and I've done it in an apricot colour. I think it's called apricot, and it's from Dropped Paris. It's in one of my previous yarn hauls on this page. But yeah, really happy. It's gorgeous. Tick, done. I am flying. So next, this evening, I'm just going to finish up this tote bag. So tomorrow that will also be done, because I'm sure I'll get that finished this evening. And then moving on to my, what would it be? 1, 2, 3. That would be my 3rd thing completed if we count the pattern test. Moving on to my 4th whip that I'm going to be sorting this week. Good morning. I've finished it. I have finished the pattern test, and I'm so pleased I have now done this. Everything sent back to the pattern designer, and it's done. And I can pop it away, and I will try and sell this at my fair in September. So this is another bag. Tick. Completed. So that's 2 tote bags that I finished this week, and I'm very, very close to finishing my autumn bag too, so I will be doing that today. Guys, we have finished the autumn bag. Let me just sort the straps out before I go and read it to you. It is done, and I'm just going to block it now. It's so cute. I'm so happy with how this has turned out. It is smaller than my my green coloured bag. It's definitely smaller, and I've done a thicker strap on it just with single crochet working this way, but it's worked out really nicely. So I'm gonna block it now, leave it overnight. I'm gonna dry block it, not wet block it, and yeah, and then we'll have the final reveal tomorrow once it's all been blocked, and then it's good to go into a box for the fair in September. And I will probably just have a session of lining because I'll have a few bags at that point that I need to do, but for now we're gonna block. So I'm just gonna pin this into place. It's a good size actually for my blocking boards. I definitely need to get myself some more. So I'm just gonna go through some of the holes. I don't want to pierce the cotton too much, and I don't want to overstretch it because once it's blocked, it is blocked, and we don't want an odd shaped bag. These foam boards, I like the wooden ones for blocking granny squares, but for bigger projects I like these foam ones. Definitely need to get myself some more. Pin one there. Pin another one. Good morning. I have finished the bag. I have blocked it. It is all done, ready to be packed away. I need to line it, but I'm just going to do that at a later date when I've got all the bags created. I'll just have a session of lining all the products that I've got. But I absolutely love this. I'm calling it the autumn bag. That's how I know which one I'm referring to. It's just all really lovely, deep colours with this beautiful beige, like a darker beige background, and it's lovely. It is smaller than my previous one, but it is so nice, and I've done a super thick strap. Really happy with how this has turned out. So that is whip 3 completed. We've had such a successful week in finishing up some of my whips that I had. I've ticked 3 off my list. I am definitely feeling the urge to start a new project now. But that feels okay because I finished 3, and if I start 1, then I'm still 2 ahead of myself, right? That's my logic. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this vlog week here, but just to recap, we have finished our pattern test for the Daisy tote bag. We have finally finished the beigey green tote bag, and then the autumn inspired tote bag as well. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. If you would like to know anything about any of the yarns that I've used, the patterns that I followed, although I haven't really followed a pattern, but if I can give any support or advice, please drop me a comment. If you've got any advice on any future projects that I can do for my craft fairs, then please again drop me a comment. If you have liked this video, please hit that like and that subscribe button to be notified of any of my future uploads. Thank you so much for joining me and encouraging me along to finish some of my whip pile. If you do not follow me on socials, the above is my handle for both TikTok and Instagram. Go and give me a follow. I do more regular updates day to day on there. And then obviously I have my weekly uploads on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's vlog.